how to support someone with borderline personality disorder. Okay, so you've just found out, or you already known, that someone you know that you care about, that you love, have BPD. How do you support this person? There are people out there, they just do not know how to support that person with BPD. And there's a reason behind it. I believe if you are unsure how to support someone with BPD, it's because that person has not told you how they operate with BPD. They have not told you their triggers. They are still learning more about their BPD. So they're also confused. They're learning more about it. They haven't took any group classes for it, like DBT skills. So it just leaves that other person, though. It leaves the person, the person that wants to support you, it leaves them confused. They don't know how to support you because you don't even have the knowledge of what BPD means to you yet. You're still learning the BPD yourself. So that's one of the issues to why it's very difficult for someone to support someone with BPD, because you're still learning more about borderline personality disorder. So this is why it's very important, if you have BPD, to learn your BPD. I've been saying that on several of my videos so far, to master it, study it. Study the DBT skills as if you're studying for a test. Learn as much as you can about borderline personality disorder. And once you're comfortable, once you are more knowledgeable with this mental illness, then tell someone you got BPD. So that way, when you tell someone you have it, they would know how to support you. Does that make sense? Okay, so once again, you know someone with BPD and you want to support them, how? So if you are the person with BPD watching this, like I said, make sure you know your triggers. Knowing your triggers is the first step to how someone can support you with this mental illness. Know your triggers. And if you are a person who knows someone with BPD and you would like to learn how you can support them, here's what you should do. Ask them, what does it look like? What does BPD look like? Can you educate me? Ask questions. Can you educate me more about this mental illness? What does BPD mean? How do you how do you operate? I've been saying that a lot on my channel lately. How do you operate with this BPD? What are the symptoms? And more importantly, what triggers you? That's what you should ask. What triggers you? What triggers your BPD? Because these triggers is like a split. The split is an umbrella term. Underneath that term, there are many, many different type of ways people with BPD split, and it's different from person to person. It's not the same. Everyone with BPD do not, act the same, operate the same, and, have the same symptoms. It's different for all of us. So yes, if you want to know how to support someone with BPD, more importantly, the $1 million question is, what are your triggers? And as a person with BPD, you should know. You should know what triggers you. At least know that. If you don't understand, you don't have to fully understand borderline personality disorder quite yet, especially if you just got the diagnosis. But what you should know at least is what triggers you. The splits. Learn more about the splits. So as a person who wants to know how to support someone with BPD, I would ask them, what are your triggers? And then once you know the triggers, let's say someone told you what triggers, like, oh, this triggers me, this, I have this split, I have this split. So what to do with this information? You have to definitely, and this is when the eggshell comes in. I know some of you guys may come in with the eggshell, walking on the eggshell thing, but you know what? I hate to say it. If you want to get to know someone with BPD, or you want someone with BPD in your life, in a way, I'm sorry to say this, you kind of gotta walk on eggshells with people with BPD. And it's not because they're sensitive. It's because it's very difficult for people with BPD to handle certain situations because of the emotions, and it just gets out of hand. It goes from 0 to 10. It's hard to regulate emotions. So it's not that we're sensitive. It's just we handle certain situations different of an average person. So I hate to say it. Once again, it's kind of like you gotta walk on eggshells, kind of. Once you know what triggers that person, just do your best not to trigger this person. Just do your best. And that's the key word. Do your best. And do know that this person is going to have a trigger, is going to have a split. And it's okay. Do not make a person with BPD feel worthless or feel bad or evil because they had a split. They have BPD, for Christ's sakes. And this is what we do. We split. It's what we do during or after the split that matters. And this is when you have to sit down with that person and tell them, okay, if you have this split, what can we do to manage it? Okay, if this split occurs, what's the plan? And that's what I'm saying. It's important to know the triggers, because once you know the triggers, you can come up with a plan to manage, to bring the intensity level down. Come up with a plan. So if this split happens and if this person is triggered, what's the plan? You got to come up with a plan. Sit down together and come up with a plan to bring the intensity level down. Okay? That's how you can support someone with BPD. That is how. And if you're watching this video and you have borderline personality disorder, I highly recommend that you learn more about this mental illness as you can. If you just now got this diagnosed, don't tell anybody yet. Educate yourself more about BPD. Educate yourself more, learn how it operates for you. And more importantly, I can't stress this enough. Know your triggers. Know your triggers. And once you're learning the craft, and if you don't have access to DBT, like therapy, DBT skills, that's okay. YouTube. Okay? Do what you gotta do to get really good at your BPD. You don't want to be the person that's lost in the sauce with this mental disorder. It's understandable in the beginning. You're confused. You're like, well, I have BPD. Wow. For some people, it's like, yeah, I knew it. For me, it was I never even heard of BPD, borderline personality disorder. I was diagnosed with bipolar, and then I had another therapist. My therapist like, no, you have BPD. And by the way, this is irrelevant, but many people with BPD who can vouch and say, yeah, I was diagnosed with bipolar first. But anyway, so yes. Make sure you study the craft, which is the DBT skills, or just about this mental illness and, in general. Once you become really good at it, comfortable with it, and your confidence level is really high with it, then tell someone. And you can slowly start building up your support system, because now you know how you operate with it. You know your triggers, and now that person knows how to support you. And if you're a person that's watching this video and you want to know how to support that person, now you know. Ask them questions like, okay, what is BPD? What are the symptoms? What are your symptoms? And more importantly, like I said, the $1 million question, more importantly, ask them, what are your triggers? What triggers you? And then once you know what triggers them, come up with a plan. Come up with a plan so when this person gets triggered or starts to split, you know what to do. You will know how to bring that person's emotions or however they're feeling down at a safe number. That is how you can support someone with BPD. And also, don't judge anyone with BPD. There's a stigma, okay? If you're watching this video and you want to know how to support someone with BPD, I want you to know that there is a terrible stigma with this that comes with this mental illness. that we are bad, we're evil, we are incapable to love, we are not deserving to be loved. There are terrible myths and stigmas that surround BPD. So please do not be one of those people to believe those terrible stigmas and those terrible myths about us, because it's not true. And like I said before, everyone with BPD, we all do not act or operate or have the same symptoms. There are also different types of BPD. That's another thing. Ask that person, what type are you? Are you the classic traditional, or are you the quiet type? Yes, there are different types. Now, quiet type of BPD is not an official diagnosis. Okay, this is just a label that a lot of us give ourselves, but it's not in the mental health book of diagnosis, the quiet type. But it's just, I say the classic traditional type because pretty much when I say classic traditional type, I'm just talking about the term borderline personality disorder in general. That is what I mean by the classic traditional type. But many of us will throw in there the quiet type as like a label to label ourselves as the quiet type. But like I said, that's not an official diagnosis. But that is all that I have. If you know someone with BPD and you've been supporting this person, let me know in the comment sections. I want you to know, like, yeah, I support my spouse. I support my sister, my brother, my mom, my dad. I support my cousin, whoever. Comment below if you know someone with BPD and that you are supporting this person. How are you supporting this person? How is that going? Maybe someone in the comment section can read how, you've been doing it. Yeah. And if you have borderline personality disorder, comment below if everything is going well with your support system of the people that you told. Are they doing a wonderful job supporting you? I want to know in the comment section. Are they doing a wonderful, terrific job supporting you? But yes, that is all that I have for you today's topic. Like, once again, if you have BPD, please, please, please become really familiar with this mental illness. Become one with it. Become one. And that's what I've been doing lately. I've been taking my healing journey very serious. I've been talking about this a lot in, several videos I've been uploading, that I'm just getting better and better. I was doing some studying with the DBT skills. It's a lot of information. I get it. The DBT skills, lots of information, but I'm going to master it. I've been studying the DBT skills as if I'm studying for some kind of college test. It's a lot of skills. I know it is. But yes, know how you operate with it. Know your triggers, then tell someone. And once again, if you are the person that's watching this video and you're trying to learn how to support someone with BPD, ask questions. Ask questions. Ask them, how do they operate? What is it? And more importantly, I can't stress it enough, what are your triggers? And come up with a plan together. Sit down somewhere as a family or as a one-on-one, whoever you told. Sit down somewhere, come up with a plan. Like a crisis plan. Come up with a crisis plan. Yeah. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed today's topic. I want to know how well you support that person with BPD, and also if you are the person with BPD, how well has that person been supporting you? I want to know in the comment section. Let's get some engagement going on. And it feels like I'm missing something. I wanted to mention something, but it's not coming to mind. But I think I pretty much covered what I wanted to say for today's topic. Yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. I was trying to think if I left anything out, but I think I covered what I wanted to cover. I hope I did. All right, because I don't want to record this again. I really don't. So yes. All right, see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.